Hey guys, what's up? It's Jonathan with One Big Impact. So good morning, and today's video is actually going to be 5 common weight loss mistakes. Now, I've done videos like this in the past before, but I wanted to retouch on it just so that everybody is extremely clear. And let's face it, there's a lot of mistakes when facing weight loss, a lot of the times that we make that we really don't actually understand. So the first thing is assuming that you're eating less than you actually are. I hear this every day, and I'm not trying to bag on anybody in particular, but I hear this every day. People are like, this is a famous one, well, I only eat like once a day, I hardly ever eat. Okay, so there's 2 things wrong with that idea. First of all, you wouldn't be overweight if you'd barely ate. Second of all, that could be partially true if your activity level is 0. If you're taking in 1 meal a day and say it's 2,000 calories, I know that's really high, but it's possible. Then if you're actually sitting down and doing nothing for the rest of the entire day, of course, that's the problem. You need to get active and also be eating healthy whole foods. That's kind of obvious, you would think, but for me it never really was. The next thing is, and this too should be really obvious, but a lot of the times it's not. When we're growing up and we are eating at the dinner table, and I see it today. I see it with family, I see it with friends, I see it with everybody. A lot of people say, you know, they got this giant plate, 12-inch plate, and it's a little tiny kid, and they're like, you better finish what's on your plate, Jimmy, because I worked hard to put that food on that plate. Well, guess what? Little Jimmy's stomach is literally like this big, and Jimmy should not be eating this much food. So a lot of the times we felt obligated, or we were forced to actually finish what's on that plate. I know that sounds silly, but honestly it happens every single day. And now as adults, we always feel like we have to gorge ourselves because we worked so hard to pay for this food, to put this food on this plate. You know, in other countries they're starving. Whatever you do to justify that you have to finish those last few bites or those last bunch of bites, a lot of the times what you have to do instead of gorging yourself, you have to say, you know what? I'm full. I'm just full. Either put it in the Tupperware for later, but I will promise you that can also add to overeating later. Within 15 minutes, you could think about that food and you can go eat it. The best thing to do is either get smaller plates, 9 to 10-inch plates, or dump it in the garbage. I know that sounds simple. Get rid of it. Feed it to the family dog. Don't do that because they're probably gonna get the runs. But I think it's important that you know you don't have to finish it. That was a really big thing. Once I started following like a low carb regimen, I realized, hey, my portions were way too big. And it actually got me a huge different type of mindset. Once I realized, oh my gosh, this is all I'm supposed to be eating. Holy crap, I still have half a plate of food and I'm full and I don't need to gorge myself. So definitely keep that in mind. The next thing, and a common mistake, number 3, is thinking hours of cardio are going to make you thin or skinny or look like a supermodel or whatever. You could do hours and hours and hours of cardio, but the reality is you're probably only going to last about an hour. Maybe sometimes you'll last a little bit longer. But hours and hours of cardio, say you did an hour of cardio and you burned, you know, 300, 400, 500 calories. That's cool, but guess what? All of that work for that little bit of a response. Here's a better tip. Instead of leaving the gym and going to buy a donut, that little thing is 500 calories, 51 grams of carbs, and 37 grams of sugar. Skip that. Do 15 minutes of high interval and intensity interval training, meaning run fast for 2 minutes, walk for 2 minutes, run fast for 2 minutes, and do that for 15 minutes, back and forth, back and forth. You're going to continue to burn calories. It's a lot more effective, and you are going to not only have that skipped 500 calorie, you know, garbage treat after the gym or before the gym or whenever, but you're going to burn, you know, 200-300 calories throughout the day because of your HIIT training. There you go. You just doubled what you were actually supposed to do. Easier than doing hours of cardio is restrict what you're putting in your mouth a little bit, you guys. Just definitely keep that in mind. If you back off your portions a little bit, you don't have to work as hard. It's pretty simple. The next thing is you need to work on mastering each and every step before you move on. Now, a lot of the times people say, well, I can do this. Think of it like this. Food addiction or not understanding the proper way of eating can be very dangerous. It can almost be like drug addiction. So say you smoke cigarettes, you drink alcohol, you smoke weed, God forbid you smoke crack or something, you know, think about all those things. And then one day you wake up and you go, you know what, I want to live a better life. Today, I'm not doing any of that. I'm quitting everything. I'm going to quit cigarettes. I'm going to quit that. I guarantee, and I'm not trying to say this in a bad way, 99.9% of people are going to start up one of those things, if not all of them, and maybe more, if they try to do everything at once. You need to master each process individually so that you can actually move forward in a safe way. If you're looking to change your way of eating, work on that first. Work on that first. Don't worry about getting crazy in the exercising and gym, because I guarantee you if you try to drink a gallon of water a day, you're trying to avoid foods that are bad for you, you're trying to switch your meal plans, you're trying to, you know, juggle all these things, exercise 2 hours a day, and you weren't doing any of that before, you're going to completely derail your entire healthy lifestyle. If you're looking to eat healthier, follow a meal plan, follow it for 3 to 6 months. Once you've mastered it, you know exactly what you're supposed to be eating, you're not screwing up, you're not flaking around, then you move on to getting a gym membership. Then, after you've mastered those two, you know, maybe it's gonna be a year, maybe it's a year. You know, you've lost 20, 30 pounds, you're working out every day, your meal plan's in check, then start incorporating other things. Definitely keep that in mind, not to stretch yourself too thin. You need to master, then move. Master, then move. Don't just dabble and think, you know, everything's gonna be right, because what's gonna happen, the reality is, you're gonna be kind of okay at meal planning, you're gonna be kind of okay at working out, you're gonna be kind of okay at drinking a little water, like 1 water bottle a day. You guys, these things take time, and that's perfectly fine. You have the rest of your life, but this will prove to be more sustainable if you master each process before you move on. The last, final, and probably most important thing that you guys need to realize is 5-second abs, plexus, all those crap. And I always say magic pill, but what I'm saying is don't believe the hype. Don't believe the gimmicks. Don't believe all that crap that they're trying to sell you. Could some of it work? Yeah, it definitely could for a short time. But I promise you, learning how to live a healthier lifestyle is going to be a hell of a lot better than drinking some magic fairy dragon fruit dust juice from some unknown planet or something. You guys, come on, let's be realistic. I understand that you want the easy way out, but guess what? There is not an easy way out. The ways that we teach you here are going to be the easiest ways to actually have a more positive, healthy future. It takes time. It's not gonna happen in 5 seconds. But guess what? You're also not gonna gain the weight back in 5 seconds like if you were to follow one of those gimmicks. Keep that in mind. This is lasting knowledge that is actually going to be a lasting result. You guys, if you like our videos, please like, share, comment, and subscribe to our channel. If you're new here, send me a message and I'll send you a bracelet that says Healthy Living for a Healthy Life. That's also our Facebook group. And please, please, please be stronger than your excuses. It also says that. And remember, when you wear this bracelet, that you're not alone. We're all fighting together. You guys keep up the good work, keep kicking ass. On Monday we have another weigh-in. I want you guys to have a stellar, stellar, stellar weekend. A lot of the times that's the most challenging time, but keep in mind that you are stronger than your excuses. Remember to spread love, not hate, guys, and have a beautiful day.